And we're back. Lightning, thunder, scriptorium, monks. Douchebag. Oh, this is wonderful. The rest of the abbey is soaked, and there's not a drop of rain in here. Good thing the abbot had auto replace the roof to the scriptorium in the library last month. Definitely good. This is like the worst place to have rain. With the, what? The calefactory, with the calefactory next door. We can stay warm while everyone else is cold and wet. A communal warming room in monasteries. Calefactories are usually attached to the cloister, but in Curacao it is part of the old abbey, and therefore connected to the old scriptorium. It keeps the monks warm and the library dry. Very good. Instead of bragging about our good fortune, you should think upon your brothers and sisters and pray for their health and safety. Man, they're getting at it right in the morning. But I do think he's a douchebag. The guy behind, the guy. The abbot's foresight saved a lot of our work and protected what's in the library. The town hasn't fared as well. I'm sure they'll be fine. Shut up, guy. More importantly, if they're not, I don't care. Well, that's pretty blunt. Brother Guy, your heart is harder than the stone of this floor. And your brain is smaller than... I'm not gonna say. We have the grumpy old monk, but where's the nice one? Brother Piero, haven't you seen him yet today? I did before Brother Guy arrived. Brother Piero left to speak to the abbot some time ago. What? Why is Matthew ringing the bell? It can't be terse already. I pray it stops soon. Such a cacophony is an assault on my frail ears. So I'm thinking something's wrong now. It's not stopping. I suppose this means we're being summoned to the chapter house. So, just to... because he was writing some occult shit around here, and he's reading all the books and stuff, so he's definitely into pagan things, and I would imagine the other guys might not be, but at least the villagers are, to some degree. God, give me the strength to endure the rain. It's 50 feet, oh man, you'll live. God give me the strength to endure this man. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm not a monk. It's still not stopping. What's going on? This can't all be because of the storm. I mean, you can't... I was thinking like somebody's... Well, I'm not going to say because it's so dumb. You should see what's the matter. What the matter is. Sounded like a scream. It definitely did. Run, fucker. Someone is hanging from the bell, I would imagine. Chapter house. Calm down, everybody. I think something terrible has happened, Master Andreas. You think? Holy shit. Okay. I don't know who it is, but I think... Is it the Baron? I think it's the Baron. Please, Father, where is Brother Florian? Have him come quickly. Be silent, brother. Brother Florian, if you please. Medicine man. I'm sorry, Father. There's nothing to be done. He's dead. Og. Sister Margaret, calm yourself. Sister Gertrude, please take Sister Margaret back to the garden. That would be best. God protect us. The Baron was a friend of the Prince Bishop of Freezing. So yeah, there's some political implications here. Why is he so worried about the Prince Bishop? This abbey is odd in more than one way. Its existence oft offends some in the church. We are far enough from Rome and Mainz that everyone forgets about us, but this could bring unwanted attention. That is true. I think this was like a trading city. Located on the Rhine River, Mainz is the home of the Archbishop of Mainz, an elector of the Holy Roman Empire, and Primus Germaniae, the Pope's substitute north of the Alps. Oh shit, that's a lot. Florian, how easily do you think you could dispose of this body? Are we seriously going to go that route? Father Abbot, what the fuck are you saying? Why aren't you questioning me? Why are you wasting precious time? Do you want to see the soldiers of the Prince Bishop march up our steps and fling your brothers and sisters out of our home? Oh, God damn it. Silence, quiet. Calm yourselves, all of you. Father Abbot, Baron Rothvogel's fucking name. Rothvogel's manservant is already preparing to leave. So should we go and kill him too? The Baron's wife should be here in a matter of hours. This is not the time for rash decisions. You're right, forgive me. Now we know what he's made of, truly made of. But then what will we do? We must send the Baron's man to the court of the Prince Bishop in Freezing at once. Mother Cecilia, the Baron said the Prince Bishop's archdeacon was in Innsbruck for the imperial diet. Even better. Swift action will silence any whispers of impropriety on our part. There are some extremely powerful people behind all this, so there is I'm not sure if they would respect us being, they would send someone in to sort of investigate, I'm sure, but I guess we're gonna have to figure out what happened as well so that we can think about solutions on how to bury this whole thing. Given the Baron's stature, the Archdeacon will undoubtedly come to investigate immediately. We must cooperate with him fully and pray for a speedy resolution. Yes, good. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Brother Wojslav, please detain Brother Piero in the cellar until the Prince Bishop's man arrives. Brother Piero? So, I'm immediately thinking that Brother Piero is, a scapegoat. So, I also think that because he is sort of anxious about the whole thing, the only reason, his motive would be anger, because if he wants to kill him, he's not going to do it like this. If he does it in a bout of anger, he's going to try to bury it and then blame someone else and then confuse the investigation and so on. I feel like, well, he already hates me, I guess, although I did support him at dinner. So I'm thinking that if I say nothing, I might get into the in-group. For him, and getting in there would allow me to sort of know more about what's going on. I know he doesn't really trust me, but I am an outsider and I am leaving. So it might be beneficial for him to have somebody work for him who is not a part of the monastery. So I won't say anything because it's not gonna help anything. So I'll just look. He was caught in flagrant delicto. In flagrante delicto. He's doing shit in Latin. In blazing offense, indicating an individual has been caught in the act of committing a crime. Covered in blood with a knife in his hand. Well, I'm no Sherlock Holmes, as we know, if you've watched the series, but grabbing a knife or looking at the body, being the first one there is sort of, yeah. He's sort of quick to want to bury it. People are not idiots, even though it's the Middle Ages. And I do have to appreciate the background art, and I want to come back to it. Father, do you really believe that Brother Piero is capable of such a foul deed, especially on a young baron who, I guess he was stabbed in the back, because this hand is this way, and they didn't turn the body, but we'll figure that out later. Yes, capable enough when motivated by anger. Dude is projecting. I had no anger against the Baron, Father Abbot. I simply came across him like this. No anger, not even for insulting your work and forcing us to give it to Andreas. This is not a subject for debate. When the Prince Bishop's man arrives, we must not be empty-handed. So, he's going down if we don't figure out who it is. Even if Piero wanted to kill the Baron, he's not physically capable of the act. Well, that's like number one. He wasn't angry. Anyone who was in the scriptorium knows that. Even Guy knows that. I am not gonna trust Guy to support us on anything. I'm looking at him because he is an outsider, and he is he's sort of he's the random. He can barely hold a brush, much less plunge a knife into a man's body. Quiet. This is not your affair. You made it my affair. Fucking whore bag. I don't know where that came from. It is my affair if you're not going to make me part of Brother Piero's supposed motive. Forgive me, Father Gernot. I just don't think that Brother Piero could have done this. I sort of messed up the sort of in-group now. But yeah, this is not really logical, but it's emotional, so. Your position has been noted. My decision stands. Brother Wojslav will detain Brother Piero in the cellar until I say otherwise. I mean, he'll be fine in the cellar for a while, and we'll get him out. Brother Florian, please escort Andreas out of the abbey. Andreas, do not show your face here again until tomorrow. Do you understand me? Can I say yes and shake my head? Yes. Can you put the knife down? Andreas, listen to me. I sympathize with you. I don't think Piero did this either. But this isn't the time to push the abbot. I'm sure the other brothers and sisters believe Piero is innocent as well, but the abbot is worried about the Prince Bishop's attention. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. I have to do something. I can't let Piero die for something he didn't do. Tell me what you got. Take a few hours to calm your nerves and your mind. You need to think clearly. Go to the Druckers, eat a good meal, and come back at nones. Monastic hour corresponding to 3 p.m., one of the little hours of prayer. I shall do that. We won't have much time, but tap on my window with a small stone and I'll let you in. Where's your window? Let me in for what? To examine the body. Indeed. Thank you. I should follow Florian's advice and go to the Druckers. Florian is the eye patch man. Hopefully it will clear my head. Okay, so while we walk, the best sort of reason to, because he's got a reason to bury everything. Damn horse face. He's got a reason to bury the thing, the abbey, but he's also quick to, accuse and stuff, and it doesn't really tell us much for now. But like I said, either someone wants to ruin this whole church or this abbey and this village in a way, or bring danger to the village, or then someone was actually angry. But yeah, not sure who. I guess someone was ringing the bell because they found it. And of course, like if Piero found him and then started ringing the bell, that would definitely mean that he's, he didn't really do anything, because you don't want to draw attention like that. I mean, there's so many reasons, because we basically know that he didn't do it. Jesus, it's hard to read. G'day, Andreas. Back from the Abbey already? It's only noon. Andreas, are you alright? No, something terrible has happened. What happened? No, forgive me. Come inside and sit down. If it's not an imposition, I'd appreciate a moment to rest. Not an imposition at all. My friends are always welcome in my home. No, thanks. Besides, I could use your opinion on something. Oh yeah, was I supposed to just stay quiet about it? Good day, Andreas. Should I fix you a plate? This is not too much trouble, I'd appreciate it. I always got to eat your cooking, Marie. Oh my, Klaus. I must invite Andreas over more often so I can hear someone compliment my food. The cooking's lovely, darling. Hello, it's Mr. Berthold. Hello, Berthold. How are you? Yeah, me too. Come back to my workshop. I'm going to do a new run of Till Ruhenspiegel. There was a printing a few years ago in Strasbourg, but it was awful, almost bereft of illustrations. What do you think of these new ones? Nice. They look wonderful, excellent work. The figures and composition are terrific, but the background is quite dense and busy. I was thinking, like, there's a lot of lines. It does give the illustration life, but it is Yeah, there's a lot happening. Also, it's weird because I think like 400 years later, people still sort of use this style of drawing around like in the Victorian age and stuff. But I guess when you've got something right and you've got limited sort of resources and limited ways of doing things, the best is good. I think maybe the sky is weird. But yeah, the first time I just saw this, it was very crazy. But I think with because it's a book and it has illustrations, and the book is going to be around for a while. I think. I think it doesn't really matter how busy the background or everything is. If it would be like a leaflet, then I would agree with that. It's a little bit off maybe, but and I'm also no art expert. Thank you. I'll be sure to let Marie know. Are these her woodcuts? They are. The drawings were mine, but she did the block cuts. I've got enough talent to draw the designs, but only she can do the woodcuts and the type. So the way I think it works is you carve into the wood, and I think I can't remember now, but you sort of carve off more and more in a way to maybe reveal more. I can't remember what style that was, but I would imagine you can just carve the wood and then leave an imprint without doing any extra work. So that must have been something else. Bless us, O Lord, and these young gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. I should probably mention the Lord is, always in red, or God, and then some people it takes longer for it to appear than for other people, but it might just be something else. But it might also demonstrate sort of authenticity or piety or something like that. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. I'm hungry. Andreas, what were the bells for at the Abbey? They were sounding for a long time. A visiting nobleman, Lawrence Rothvogel, was found murdered in the chapter house. What? God in heaven, he just rode by here yesterday. And it gets worse. One of the elderly brothers I work with in the scriptorium, Piero, was accused of the crime. That's awful. Murder in Kershaw. How could a monk do such a thing? Don't be so quick. I'm sorry, Andreas. The Baron seemed like an interesting man. And I know he's been a patron of the Abbey for years. How did he die? Could it have been an accident? And does the abbot really believe that Brother Piero killed him? We've always spoken of him in the kindest terms. It seemed like Lawrence had been stabbed, but I don't know. There was a lot of blood around him. There was a lot of blood, but I'd rather not speculate about what happened. I'd rather spare you the details, but it's hard to believe what happened to him was natural. Well, I'll spare the details because it's better to sort of keep that stuff to myself and within the Abbey, because then later on I can reveal more. It would be usually would be good to say, with trustworthy people, to say everything because they might know something. But I don't think this guy really. He doesn't really have any information. I don't think. But no, I can't believe Piero did it. I can't imagine him harming anyone. Oh, don't hold back on my account. I've had children and helped Agnes deliver a few. I'm not squeamish. Blood. If it wasn't Brother Piero, who do you think could have done it? I did see Lucky Steinau get into a shouting argument with Lawrence yesterday just before I walked by her place. Lucky. What would he have caused to shout at a nobleman? I don't know. Egg pasta sounds really good. I'm actually hungry. There's probably something else going on that you wouldn't know about, dear. What do you mean by that? I'm not one to trade gossip, but if you really want to know, talk to some of the other women in town. Or Mother Cecilia up at the Abbey. Could it have something to do with the nuns? But would Lucky argue with Lawrence about nuns? Well, there's no need for that. Lucky is a forthright man. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell you what the argument was about. Having it corroborated is always good, so we're going to ask him, and then we're going to ask some ladies. Thank you both. It's good advice. There's something else, though. When Lawrence and I were walking through the meadow, the widow Kemperin came out of the woods and just, yes? She cursed him. I'm not surprised. Attilia's late husband, Rannig, ran afoul of Lawrence on his last visit to Tassing. I don't remember the details, but Rannig died just last year, and Attilia hasn't been the same since. So the problem here is that, like, she's an old lady, and I don't think she's allowed inside the Abbey and things like that. Sausage. She was always an old bitch, even before she was old. Klaus, that's enough. She had to deal with a job's lot in life. And now she lives all alone at the edge of the woods. There are rumors she's going to lose her property soon. To whom? We pity her, even if she is a bitch. Bitter woman. There should be some exception in the law for her to inherit. Oh, right, so she cannot inherit land. It seems like it would be more just, yes. I think over here in the Nordics, women have been allowed to inherit land. I think it's like, it makes more sense because like things like this won't happen. You don't want to drive families out of their homes because you don't, on top of losing, you know, the bread maker of the family, then you're gonna kick the family off their land. It's not something I guess honorable people would think about putting into law. It wasn't always this way. I think my great-grandmother inherited this land way back when. Well, if men changed it, they can change it back. You're right, as always, my dear. That's true. There's always there's always the fear of well, fear of change, of course, but also the fear of allowing power, giving power to some people, because then things change a lot, and when power, when the structure of power changes, there's always going to be blood and death. But when it comes to just like owning small plots of land, it's not really going to sort of tip the scales of power that much. And I would presume that if the owner of the land is a woman and she'd get remarried, the land would go to the husband, and also if she has children who are going to inherit it anyway, it works the same way. So if she has a son, then the son will inherit it, and if she has a daughter, then the daughter will inherit it, and then if she gets married, when she gets married, then the land will go to her husband. I think that's like a reasonable way of an optimal compromise in this situation. Enough about Attilia. Is there anyone else you think may have done it? I don't know if he has any ill intent, but Prior Ferenc, I think the C is like a CH, but I don't know. Prior Ferenc has been acting strangely since the day Lawrence arrived. That is true. Perhaps an academic disagreement. I know they're both avid readers, both of classics and new works. On his last visit, the Baron bought a book on astronomy from me. I know the Prior has some similar interests. But would the Prior kill someone over a simple disagreement? It's one of those things where the guy has been here before, the dead guy. Voldemort. Lord Voldemort has been here before. He's not dead. So I feel like something has changed. What has changed is Martin Luther, a schism in the church, sort of. His talking about that, I think that's changed. But everything else is sort of just regular banter and just going through things and stuff. I'm not sure what the Baron had in mind. He was here for some reason, and being eager to see a work that's going to be finished anyway sort of feels, doesn't feel like a reason to come over all this way to just see a book. So he's probably doing something else here as well. So, just thinking about the motive. If it was anger, a spout of anger, then the person might care about the Abbey. The motive of trying to ruin the Abbey and bring back, I don't know, you can't really bring back paganism, but you can bring back a better Abbey. Once, let's say, they get rid of the head honcho now because someone was murdered on their watch and things like that. Having the Abbey sort of leave this entire town, I don't know who it would really benefit, like, really. If people really have to look up to the Abbey sort of from a position of being powerless, then that happens all around, and there's going to be a new person there, and I don't think anyone's going to destroy the Abbey. They're just going to maybe cut funding and then change it and things like that, but I don't think Christianity is not going anywhere, so that motive sort of feels a little strange. Maybe getting the church out would help for, a cult to exist better underneath Christianity. So there is a possibility for a motive like that, but we'll have to figure it out. So it depends on the nature of the disagreement. Many have killed or been killed for their beliefs, or it's not that outlandish. When I was in university, I saw men throw punches over small academic concerns. I feel like I want to use these because they might give me some extra sort of thingy, but I feel like this is more appropriate here. This is, I don't know. I'll use this for some reason, just to make myself feel better about myself. What is an opinion for some is a testament of faith for others and worth killing for? That may be so, but I've never seen that sort of anger in Prior Ferenc. Not even when Gernot was made abbot instead of him. Oh shit. I didn't know there was that kind of stuff in the background too, bad blood. But, yeah, because all this shit has been going on for a while. And what does the Baron have to do with that, really? Afterward, he seemed bitter, but never violent. That just doesn't seem to be part of his character. I think if a person is, violent and they're in a church and things like that, or a monk and things like that, people would know about it, and they would sort of gossip. Is it good? but in some ways it can be true about someone's sort of personality. Gossip from people who know the person, actually know the person, might be worth something at least. So, Lucky, the widow, and the Abbey Prior. Anyone else? There was something strange when we approached the Abbey together. Mother Cecilia was outside with some of the sisters. Mother Cecilia scowled and took the nuns inside without saying a word. It sounds like they have a history at least. So the Baron might have, because he's a womanizer, so he might have had some sort of affairs with the nuns and things like that. But I feel like murder is one of the things that is very extreme, especially in a Christian setting. It is like one of the most important tenets not to murder people. I do not know Mother Cecilia personally, but I've never heard anyone speak badly of her. If she had cause to dislike the Baron, I must believe she had good reason. Well, Andreas, it sounds like there's a lot to look into. I'm starting to think that the woman that is locked in the cell may be there partly also, I don't know, because of the Baron. It's sort of far-fetched, we have to look into it. So there's a lot to look into. Thank you for talking to me. I was feeling overwhelmed. Thank you for your care. It helped me understand how I can help Piero. Try to help him. No, we'll get him. Like, this is the easy part, I think. Or the easiest part, I think. You're always welcome here, Andreas. Anytime. Yeah. You are especially welcome with this one. God be with you, Andreas. Thank you. God be with you, too. I have several leads to follow, but where should I start? I could talk to Lucky Steinauer. He's probably working in front of his house. The widow Kemprin lives south of here, near Franz Bauer. Who's Franz? I don't remember him. Prior Ferenc is usually at the scriptorium, but I won't be able to talk to him until tomorrow. Speaking of the scriptorium, I really should look at what Ferenc was writing in that book yesterday. I should have looked at it yesterday because it was so interesting. But, can't help it now. Still, nothing would prevent me from talking to Mother Cecilia in the convent. That's how bad I am with names. I was certain that I had it wrong, even though I've read the fucking name 100 times already. But if I don't attend Brother Florian's examination of the body at the Abbey, he'll have to do it without me. So I definitely want to have a look at the body. If I have to choose from all of these, I'll of course look at the body, and then the rest, I mean, it's going to have to wait, but... Or if the rest is going to have to wait, then, no, I can't help it. But I will leave this here, and I don't want my face covered by House Drucker. And I'll see you in the next episode where we are going to get to the bottom of a murder. I feel that we have gotten practice now. I have gotten practice now with murdering, so we'll see how it goes. I'll see you in the next one.